Hello, friends. Welcome back to preschool for the new year. It's now 2021. Today's date is January 4th, 2021. And the first activity we're going to do as we're getting back into the groove of our schoolwork and our stories is we're going to fill out a story starter. Today's story starter is all about winter break. So I'm going to need you to think about all the great things you did. Think about one thing in particular that you really liked. Because our story starter says, my favorite part of winter break was, and then here on this line, you get to fill that in. If you need to pause this video and take some time and think about it, or you could talk to your grown-up, like, hey, what were all the things we did? Because I know sometimes when I'm put on the spot, I have a hard time remembering things. And so, yeah, maybe you want to pause this video and really think about it. In fact, that's a great thing to do in general. At the end of the day, as you're heading to bed, think about all the great things that happened to you. Just think of even one good thing that happened to you each day, and that can kind of change your mood and help you have a happier life. Well, anyway, be thinking about what your favorite part of winter break was. Before we fill that part in, if you look at the bottom of the page, of course, there's a spot that says name. So you're going to need to write your name there. And now that it's January and many of you are going to be heading to kindergarten next year, it's really important to start working on that name. Now, if you can write it all by yourself, don't need any help, do that. Fill it in right there. Make sure you write it small enough. You don't want to draw your name so big that it takes up all the space, because you're going to need this space to draw your picture. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to write my name in highlighter. And so this is something that actually a grown-up in your house would do for you if you need to trace your name. So of course this is Michelle here, so I'm going to go ahead and put my name in highlighter. This is because I want some of you to see how to trace your name in case you're not comfortable with it yet. So when you trace your name, you're just tracing the lines exactly as they are. You're not scribbling on top. You're not like drawing around it. You're just following the lines. You always start at the top. You go down, back to the top. So that's my M, I, C, H, E, L, L, E. And that's how you spell my name. Of course, your name is different, so it's going to look different. But right there, that is how you trace your name. Okay, so this is my work. And I'm going to tell you my favorite part of winter break. I did so many great things. I wish that we could be in the same room, because anytime we come back from a break, we always sit at the carpet together and we talk one at a time and we listen to each other about some of the fun things we've done. And I'm going to tell you, I got to go to the park with my daughter, spend a little one-on-one time with her. My whole family, we went and we just drove around looking at Christmas lights. We heard some new Christmas songs. My new favorite Christmas song is called Candy Cane Lane. If you haven't heard it, you should look it up. It's so good. And I will tell you, we had such an epic Connect 4 battle. Everyone in my family played Connect 4, and it was so much fun. So if you have that game at home, I highly recommend you play it because it is super fun. But the truth is, over the break, we celebrated not just Christmas, we celebrated my son's first birthday, and that was a really big deal for me. So my favorite part of winter break was celebrating my son's birthday. And so I'm going to write that here on this line. Maybe you trace it. Maybe you sound it out. Maybe your grown-up writes it for you. That's going to depend on what level you're at, because we're all learning differently. So I'm going to write my favorite part of winter break was celebrating my son's birthday. He just turned 1 on December 27th. And so what I'm going to do one thing that I did for my son on his birthday is I baked him a cake. And so that's what I'm going to draw to represent my favorite thing. So, sometimes you're just going to draw a symbol of something, or you're going to draw actually what happened. But I'm going to draw a cake. Well, first I'm actually going to draw, I think I'm going to draw the oven in my house. That's a square. Most things that we draw are made out of shapes. Here are the little knobs on my stove. This is the handle. So those were circles, and there's a long rectangle. And look at this. Here's another rectangle on top. And I'm going to write a word, stove, just to get a little extra letter practice in. So this is my stove. I'm going to draw a picture of me now. I'm using lots of different shapes. When you draw people, you can draw shapes. And of course, I have long brown hair, so I'm going to draw my long brown hair. I'm going to give myself a face there. Okay, and then my daughter helped me. She's my kitchen helper. We love to do things in the kitchen. Everybody in my family does, actually. So if your family likes to cook, you should ask to help out. It's a great learning opportunity. It's definitely a good skill to know how to cook. So that's my daughter, Pam. And I should probably draw Miles, little Miles. He's starting to walk, so I can draw him standing. It could take about 5 steps, the little guy. You know what we made? We made a cake, so I'm going to draw the plate. And I'm going to draw the cake. And it was a blueberry cake. I'm going to kind of do yellow with some purple dots. And he turned 1, so I'm going to put 1 candle on top. And that's my flame. And I'm going to add a few details on our clothes, nothing major. My favorite color is green, so I'm going to make my outfit green. And my daughter actually loves fuchsia, so I'm going to do a little reddish purple here. And we'll make Miles, my son, we'll give him an orange outfit. And so here you have my picture. It's nothing fancy, but my favorite part of winter break was celebrating my son's birthday. It was really special to me, and I did something that I love to do for my children, which is I love to bake their cakes for their birthdays. And so I used lots of different shapes, different colors. You can even label your picture. So here on my picture, I can write Mama, and I can write Pam, and put a little arrow, and then I can put Miles. So lots of different things you can do. You can label your picture, add different colors, different shapes. And when you finish your picture, take a picture of it with your iPad and send it to me, Miss Abby, because we want to get back into the habit of seeing your work. Make sure you send it through Google Classroom. It's a great place for us to store your work, and it helps us keep track of who's turned things in. So it's really, really helpful. Make sure you send it to us through Google Classroom. Remember, it could be anything. It could be about Christmas. It could be about Hanukkah or any holiday that you celebrate or not. Maybe you played your favorite game, went outside, went to the park. You got to see your favorite person in the entire world. Any of those things would be great. And I cannot wait to see what you have to say. Hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.